you could begin saving money on your monthly utility bills? What if you could reduce your greenhouse gas emissions and overall environmental impact and start being part of the solution? And what if you could improve your quality of life and that of future generations? Would you be interested? I think we can all agree we're facing some pretty hefty environmental challenges right now. Air pollution, water pollution, habitat destruction and species extinction, and climate change and global warming. Kind of makes you want to do this sometimes, doesn't it? And I think most of us really would rather have gone and seen this movie instead. Every American home replaced just one light bulb with an Energy Star qualified bulb, we would save enough energy to light more than 3 million homes for a year, more than $600 million in annual energy costs, and prevent greenhouse gases equivalent to the emissions of more than 800,000 cars. If every household in the U.S. replaced just one 4-pack of 400-sheet virgin fiber bathroom tissue, with 100% recycled ones, we could save 1,450,000 trees, 3.7 million cubic feet of landfill space, 523 million gallons of water. That's a year's supply for 4,100 families of 4. And if every U.S. citizen ate just one meal a week, any meal, composed of locally and organically raised meats and produce, we could reduce our country's oil consumption by over 1.1 million barrels of oil every week. Have you been wondering where all your money's going lately? Or have you been thinking about how much energy you've been using? Or have you thought about how much greenhouse gas emissions you might be responsible for? In the same way that temperature is measured in degrees and height is measured in inches, our consumption of energy is measured in units as well. When you use natural gas for heat or cooking, you'll see therms on your utility bill. Electricity usage shows up as kilowatt hours. And when we use fuel to get around in cars or planes, that's measured in gallons or miles. Before we go much further, let's see if we can solve the mystery about where our energy actually comes from. The real answer is not that exciting and a little bit more problematic. See, all those fossil fuels, whether it's natural gas or coal or oil, have to come from the ground. Then that fuel is transported to someplace where it can be converted to power. At the power plants, we burn these materials to heat water into steam to turn the turbines that generate our electricity. The electricity travels through power lines to our homes. And voila! The problem is when we burn these fossil fuels, it puts harmful chemicals into the atmosphere, things like mercury and greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. The good news is that we've been able to measure where these greenhouse gases are coming from so we can identify where our best chances are for reducing our own impact. There are some who refer to our Earth as the Goldilocks planet because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. Our atmosphere traps in just the right amount of heat. Over time, though, many of our activities have added more greenhouse gases to our atmosphere, essentially thickening the glass and trapping in more heat. We measure the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere in parts per million, and over the last 650,000 years, we've never ever gone above 300 parts per million. As of 2006, we're up to 380 parts per million, and this is bad juju. As the atmosphere traps in more and more heat, we see melting glaciers and more extreme weather patterns. The average household is responsible for 40 to 80,000 pounds of CO2 per year, or 15,000 pounds per person. Here's how it breaks down. One of the most commonly quoted definitions of sustainability from the UN Brundtland Commissions is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So how about this one then? We encourage you to take a whole systems approach to sustainability because we realize if you're the most sustainable person on the planet, but you can't pay your bills or your relationship is in the toilet, that's just not sustainable. Sometimes we need a little encouragement in order to take action. Probably noticed that in life, change doesn't really happen all at once. And they've actually discovered there's 6 stages of change. It's important to be gentle with ourselves and with others as we begin this journey. It's usually well worth the time and effort. And to keep in mind that when we do change and take action, there's power in numbers.